And I'm David.
What is going on, everybody? I am at the Buried Treasures in Chillicothe, and I am talking to
David Carlson.
David Carlson, and this is where I get all of my copper from, by the way. But, so I was just wanting to see how like all this craziness happened all years like affected you, your business, like pretty much anything really.
For us, they canceled the fair. So for us, we brought in a lot of the coppers and stuff because usually we sold this stuff at the fair. And we actually doing better here than we did at the fair because, we're here more than just 3 days.
Right.
So for us, it worked out reasonably well to sell the coppers and other coins here. And it gives us some more connection with the neighborhood, so people know we're here all the time now.
Right.
And people come in more.
Yeah, I'd say that there probably won't be a fair for a while.
Right, there probably won't be a fair for a while, which is kind of not fair, but...
No, it's not.
And I'll be glad when COVID's over so we take the mask off permanently, because
right.
I'm getting sick of them.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are. Like, you
Yeah.
see most of the people at these gas stations up here, like, they keep telling me I can't come in there without a mask on, but they have all theirs like under their chin.
Under their chin.
Not even on their face.
Yeah, I see that all the time too.
And I'm just like, why?
Yeah, pretty soon we'll have to start wearing the immune tags or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's gonna be fun.
But like they had started these shots they've been giving people, like the
shots.
Yeah, for the.
I'm not gonna get one.
No.
No, I don't
think I will either.
No, I'm going to avoid that.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea for some people, like if you're old or if you got underlying condition or something. But if you're young and healthy,
right,
I think you're pretty well all set.
Yeah, because even if you do get it, like you're nothing's gonna happen to you. I mean, you'll be sick for a week or two, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Unless you already have some kind of problems with your health and all that stuff, then you might not be all right.
I think a lot of it's politics. They just want to lock down the country and make us stay in more. But which hurts the small business because Walmart and Target and all those stores, they're still open. Even though all these mom and pop places are closed and going down.
Yes.
It's just, to me, I think it's horrible.
One of the things that I wanted to ask you about was like if that has like affected you guys like being open like any time of the year, or like I know it's affected a lot of people's businesses. Like there's a couple of other coin shops around here that closed down at the beginning of the year because of that.
Yeah.
And they're still not open.
Yeah, right. It does. If you're going to pay a really high rent, luckily Richard owns this place,
right?
So he doesn't have a high rent. Otherwise, that he really would have a lot more trouble.
Oh yeah.
That's why I think a lot of these other coin shops have problems.
Yeah.
It's because they have a high rent they have to pay.
And it's like the other place I go to up here. Like there's only a few other things that I can get from that place. Like, I know they're going to stay open because they have like a chain of businesses across the United States. So
right.
They're not going to close anytime.
They will close us down again. We were closed down before, and they didn't let us open, and they'll do it again.
Yeah.
But by the time you buy the plexiglass and all that stuff, you're really not doing anything anyways. Right. I think all you're doing is spend a lot of money, and then they're going to change it to something else.
Yep.
That's what I think.
Yep. But if everything that's been going on all year hasn't really affected my life, like any at all.
It has. I do with the food drive too. I run a lot of the food bank. I help with a lot of the food banks. I load the boxes and a lot of the food banks, and I noticed the food bank is really high. We ran out of food last month, which was Friday, and we ran out of food, and it was really. You see some people they don't really need it,
right? And
then you see some people that really do it. It's almost heartbreaking when you can't give them a full load because you just gave this other family, that pulls up in a Porsche or something,
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that happen a few times.
It does.
I used to go to one all the time. Like I had to do it for a few years actually. And
yeah, we've been doing it. Well, they've been doing it a lot longer than I have. I've only been doing it for a couple of years now with them. And it's a Midwest Ohio Food Bank, and they're a good program. They really are.
Right. Yeah, because there's one in Waverly. I used to go to that one all the time, like years ago. Haven't had to go there for probably 6 years now, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's just all I wanted to ask you though, was just how much this has like affected your life, or business, anything. I know it's affected a lot of people.
It has.
It's horrible to see how it's affected some people. Like it's like to the extreme, to where they're like not being able to work or anything. It's crazy.
It is difficult. I have 3 daughters. I have one that is in photography, and she's not doing much, and I have another daughter that's a waitress, and she can't do a whole lot because she's a waitress,
right.
And they close down. She's in Florida, which Florida luckily is basically open,
right.
But I have one that's a gunsmith, and she's been busy like crazy, fixing guns and stuff like that.
Oh,
She says she's swamped.
Yeah, when stuff like this happens, people are loading
Right.
up with their guns.
Right.
People go crazy with the guns around stuff like this.
Yeah, they do, and everybody's thinking it's their last chance to get guns or whatever, and which may or may not be true, but
yeah, better be safe than sorry, I guess.
Right. Right.
But like I said, I mean, when this all first started, like I thought I was going to end up losing my job. Like they were talking about closing the place down and everything, and then a week later, we start working 40, 50, 60 hours. Like it was crazy. Like I was literally working every single day, 12, 14 hours.
Right.
Within 2 weeks, like it went from me working 40 hours to working 70 to 80 hours. And it just went on for like a month and a half. And it's just now
actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
When in our business here, you see both ends of it. You see people come in that don't want to sell their jewelry, but we buy estate jewelry. We don't buy anything that we're not going to melt down. They don't want to sell it, but then they have to. We're not a pawn shop, but they can go next door and pawn it, but they get less money. We pay per gram for the stuff, so we pay what would melt value.
Right.
So
a lot more than what you'll get from a pawn shop.
Yeah, it's usually more than you get from a pawn shop, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But we're not buying anything we don't buy anything from the fur balls that they buy from.
Right.
We don't buy stolen or whatever type items.
Yeah.
And
most pawn shops will buy anything. They don't.
Yeah, they buy anything, right? That's not us.
Until the cops come looking for it, they'll keep it.
Right. And so we basically just sell coins and stamps and jewelry, but we'll only sell estate stuff.
Right.
And that's
right.
Yeah, we don't ever try to buy and sell new jewelry, because that's not in our licensing or anything that we even want to do.
Right.
And Richard collects stuff and he melts it down and whatever, but
that'd be good.
We basically just do coins. That's our bread and butter is coins.
Right. Mine too. You look over here at this stuff. Oh, you got some comic books.
Comics used to be big, but now not so much.
I've been in here 100 times, so I've never even seen those.
He literally has a room full of comic books, and they're just billions and billions of comic books.
Really?
Yeah. He used to sell them real lot at the fair, but it just hasn't been comic lately.
Right. Yeah, that's what I used to hear people talking about comic books like all the time. It's just people are just like, And I think most of the time people just
foreign coins sell huge to kids. They'll come in with their parents or whatever and buy for $1. Their parents will sort through that while they're tinkering around.
If I brought my kids in here, they'd go absolutely nuts looking in these things. Especially my youngest one, she'd be in here dumping these things all over the floor.
Right.
She's just being here going through all of them. Like, hey, look at this. Daddy, look at this one.
Yeah, we have people sitting here sometime for hours going through those things. Like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
it's just kind of a waste of time for me there. But
Yes, it is. They're probably hoping that they'll find a coin that you accidentally put in there that's worth money.
everybody hopes they.
Which I highly doubt.
Right.
All right, man. But that's
Okay.
all I wanted to ask was just see what was going on with everything. And you guys, if there's anything that you guys want to put down in the comments that you guys would like to ask him for like next week or something, then you put it down there, and then we'll come back next week and do this again if you wouldn't mind.
That'll be great.
All right.
Okay.
Peace.
See you next week.